Welcome back to Moose on the Loose. My name's David. On this episode, we've got numerous different clips here. First, there's incentive that for moving to Alberta, Chrystia Freeland announces a reduction in the beer tax. Somebody's flip-flopping on their policy here. And Pierre Poilievre has an interview with a guy at a furniture shop. It's very interesting to hear about the carbon tax and how it affects them. We've got Alberta's finance minister here announcing $5,000 for people to move to Alberta, depending on your trade.
This includes attracting and developing a highly skilled and resilient workforce. As part of my mandate, Premier Smith tasked me with introducing an Alberta is calling attraction bonus for out-of-province job seekers. This attraction bonus was officially announced a few weeks ago in Budget 2024 and will provide a one-time $5,000 refundable tax credit to attract out-of-province workers in the skilled trades. For this payment to be made as a refundable tax credit, we are proposing changes to the Alberta Personal Income Tax Act. These amendments will also support my ministry in successfully operating the program and delivering an attraction bonus that will help support our growing economy.
That's a smart move. They're going to get a lot of the trades over there just by offering $5,000 cash. Alberta's cheap to live in. Well, not cheap anymore. It's cheaper than most of the other provinces. You know, I don't know what this like $600,000-$700,000 to buy a house in Edmonton. A little more than that in Calgary versus the whatever it is 1.3 million in Toronto and 2.4 million in Vancouver. Who can make enough money to buy a house in Vancouver? Let's get real. It's a money laundering city. It's all money laundered through there. That's it. There's no real Canadians buying houses in Vancouver unless you're a CEO. It's like, this country's a joke. It's an absolute joke, man. I find it personally a little bit offensive because I paid so many taxes there while I worked at Microsoft, and then I got kicked out of the city for it being too expensive. Like, I want my money back. I want all my tax dollars to go to this little bung town I live in now. At least they can pave the roads or something versus building the infrastructure of Vancouver for all the foreign billionaires to buy up all the condos to launder their money. Next up, we've got Chrystia Freeland here. I haven't heard anyone talking about this. The alcohol tax that comes April 1st, it was supposed to be 4.7% because stealing more people's money is something that the Liberals like to do. Well, Freeland announced she's flip-flopped now. It's going to be 2% instead of 4.7%. So this article here, you can see right here, April 1st, 4.7%. She also announced some tax relief for local craft breweries, cutting the duty rate on the first 15,000 hectoliters, I've never seen that word before if I'm completely honest, of beer in half for 2 years. She says Canada's small craft brewers are among the finest, blah, blah, blah. So she's flip-flopped. They flip-flopped. They're getting way too much pushback. And I guess when you start touching a man's beer, that's where the line is in Canada. Got a clip here from a couple of years ago. It's fun to reflect back now. As this says, Justin Trudeau's not so cocky now, is he?
So beyond having a plan to make people mad and amplify and reflect back that anger, we haven't really seen a lot of concrete proposals from Mr. Poilievre. I mean, he did make one. That's not fair. You're right. He had one great opportunity for people to opt out of inflation. He recommended this last spring. You can opt out of inflation if you invest your money in Bitcoin. Yeah. No. He stayed up late, watched all sorts of YouTube videos, and came to that conclusion. He said that himself. Buy Bitcoin, opt out of inflation. Well, any Canadian who actually listened to, maybe that's why those guys with the flags are so mad at me. Any Canadian who listened to him would have lost more than half their life savings since last March. That's not responsible leadership.
So first off, Justin, if you think that people with the flags, this was filmed around the trucker rally, if you think that's the reason Canadians don't like you, then you don't have an idea about anyone in Canada, you idiot. And second off, let's look at the price of Bitcoin. All right, so if we look at this chart here, I was just looking through all the dates. So it looks like Pierre Poilievre recommended Bitcoin right here at this little shelf right there. And Justin's speech must have been just right after that. The Freedom Convoy was right here. And so if you bought where Poilievre said right there, let's look at the price today. Oh, look at that. It's $97,000. So if you bought, you would have bought it $37,000 if you bought when Poilievre recommended. So you would have basically got 3 times. So you spent $1,000 on Bitcoin when he recommended it That price was $37,000. It doubles to 74. So now your 1,000 is worth 2,000. And then from 74 to 96 is 1.3. So multiply that by 1.3 and you would have $2,600 minus your $1,000 investment. You would have made $1,600. More importantly, as a ratio, is 160% return. Now, the average stock market return is like what, 7%, 10%? This is 160% return. Justin Trudeau's little speech there, not holding the ground here anymore, is it? We got this video. We have to mute most of it.
My cash. I'm Justin Trudeau, making money in a flash. So pay me carbon tax. Give me
I don't know if that beat is copyright.
my pocket got to grow. Price of living rising, so is my cash. Don't like it, you can kiss my black ass.
Who makes these things?
And the thing is, it's hard to keep anybody here because it's so expensive, like food, gas, groceries, the carbon tax. And we do our best, right? Keep things running, but it just makes things very, 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 very tough and not fun.
You're making furniture out of this wood.
Furniture out is wood.
What species is this?
Oak.
Spruce? Okay. Spruce?
Fine.
Here, where is it harvested?
Harvested. We get this out of where? Someone did it somewhere in the interior. We're always changing sources sometimes. From Prince George, could be from any melon diesel. Yeah, I'm in the plywood as well. Northern plywood is also from Fennel or Fennel.
You notice the carbon tax because of the delivery cost.
Everything. The plywood sheet costs so much.
Right.
And then even during the pandemic, at one point, well, the highest we were paying for a sheet, $75, $75 to $80 per sheet.
Yeah.
Where before, we're sitting at what, 22?
Wow.
We buy so much volume. We buy.
I was gonna say, like, back when I was looking at building my vehicle out, I needed a sheet of plywood. It was like $20. This was years ago, but this is crazy.
Like 3 truckloads at once.
Right.
We get a bit of a break. $75, $80 seat.
Wow.
Yeah.
What are you paying now?
Now it's coming back again, about $32, $33.
33.
Yeah, but still high.
Still high. Okay. All right. And
All our trucks, what are we sending all this ready-made furniture on? Delivery trucks. We can't increase the fee of delivery, right? We can't, like, we're dropping off to warehouses and everything, but it's all out of our pocket.
Yeah.
Because if you don't move the product, how are you going to make new product?
right.
And then the carbon tax isn't doing us any favors at all.
That's good. Oh, I got.
Carbon tax is ridiculous. It's killing us. Because, like, if you take this, so we got this product, carbon tax is on it, and now our freight in the stuff we're sending out, tack the carbon tax onto that. So when the store is going to sell the stuff, eventually to the customer, the end part, that's 4 or 5 times you've been taxed on your air.
Tax.
Yeah.
On one product.
On one product.
Every stage in the supply chain, there's a carbon tax.
And to get a couch, you got foam, fabric, lumber, and like small accessories like legs and everything. Everything comes from a different source. Everything comes on ships, trucks, you know?
Yeah.
And several trucks sometimes. And
But it's funny, in the House of Commons the other day, Trudeau said on the face of it, the carbon tax doesn't cost very much. So he says, well, it's only, right now it's 14, it's going to 17 cents a liter. So he thinks people are going to be tricked into believing that that's the only cost. But he doesn't want you to know is that the tax is embedded again and again and again and again. Right. It can apply 8, 9, 10, 12 times.
all times over, it hits you.
Right?
Well, I think what's worse is that this is a domestically made product.
Yeah.
Domestic wood, domestically manufactured here.
Yeah.
And you're getting taxed up the wazoo on this stuff, as opposed to some foreign made product that comes into to Canada. So it's worse for Canadian producers, right?
Worse. When you get the foreign made product, it's just going to come on a container. One trucker drops it off at some warehouse, and that's it. But when you're buying those containers, that's money leaving our economy, right? It's not going to circulate.
Yeah.
When we're making all this stuff, we're circulating so much money around our communities, right? Through the truckers, the guy that dropped off our lumber, the guy that dropped off a roll of fabric, our foam truck guy who dropped that off, right? It's all circulating, right? And then they're going to go, eat lunch in our neighborhood, stuff like that. But when you're dumping off an order over there, it's gone. It's never going to come back.
We want to bring home production to Canada.
Yeah.
That's what it means to bring it home.
Yeah.
Axe the tax, lower the cost of domestically made goods, domestically harvest lumber, domestically cut lumber, domestically delivered lumber, small local business, a multi-generational family business that produces Canadian-made quality furniture. The money stays here, the paychecks stay here. That's what it means to bring it home. Axe the tax, bring home paychecks and lower prices. What do you think?
That's what we need.
With that?
Yes, that's what we need.
Let's bring it home. Thank you.
That's an excellent video that shows all the different aspects and the layering of it. I never really thought about it before from a furniture point of view, but yeah, I mean, you get the wood coming in, the raw wood, then you've got the foam, the fabric, all that different stuff, and then also delivering it to warehouses, or then delivering that, then that gets delivered to customers. It's like that carbon tax is hitting every single time there. 8 times. Justin Trudeau just trying his best to destroy our lives. We need a law to be able to kick him or anyone else who ever tries this again out. It has to be able to be put forward by Canadians and not just a couple people who are in power in the government. Let me know down below what you guys think about Freeland announcing the reduction of the 4.7 to 2% tax on beer, and you think it will make any difference? I don't think so. They would have been smarter just to completely axe that tax. Then they would probably get knocked for axing the tax, so they're still going to apply a tax because they want to be known for that. It's just stupid. The whole situation is just stupid. One of these days here, we're going to clean out that cesspool of venomous snakes out of Parliament and get Canada back on track. We've got to keep surviving. That's all we can do for now. Thanks for watching at the end of the video. I greatly appreciate everyone stopping by here. If you want to check out merch, I've got that down on my YouTube shelf now. Much better prices. It's all linked up there. It's nice and easy. But yeah, stay warm, stay fed. I'll see you guys on the next one.